TSF Entertainment.
And welcome back to the TSF Entertainment channel. Retro CG in the building. Joined by my brothers, DJ Fresh Your Highness and Mr. Jack of Jordans. What's good, family?
What's going on?
Ain't nothing much. We made it to another end of the week. So here we are. It is Power Book 4 Force, Season 3, the final season. Episode 306, Asset Forfeiture. What y'all think about the episode?
It wasn't bad. I'll probably give it maybe like a 7.
I would agree.
7 or 8 too.
Yeah, I would agree. There's a couple of things I didn't like that we'll get to. I'm more like 6.5, 7.
Oh wow.
Yeah, man.
Well,
keep it so my intelligence.
Yeah, you keep playing with my intelligence. That's exactly what I'm upset about. I'm sure we're probably upset about a lot of the same things. All right, so I guess we'll go ahead and jump into this thing. Shout out to everyone that's in the chat. Thank you for coming back. Make sure y'all like that video, share that video out. And let's go ahead and get into this thing. Let's see what we're talking about this week, fellas. All right. So the episode synopsis is Tommy and Diamond disagree on business. I feel like that's been every episode. Jenard takes the opportunity to introduce another hustle to CBI, which I feel like that was a bad idea. Stacy does damage control to salvage her campaign. There is no campaign. And Mireya contemplates her future. She ain't got no future. So the episode,
I like it. Let's roll with it. Episode, I like it.
And I ain't even started thinking yet. The episode starts off with Stacy Tate.
I call it Stacy Tate, man.
Looking at a picture of an unalive Claudia who's been stringed up with a rat next to her, and she's like, "Oh my god! Like, what did you think was going to happen to this lady when you released her?"
She was too busy trying to nail Tommy, and thought that Claudia was going to be the one to be able to handle it. I don't even know what made her even think to send Claudia over.
Claudia was going to be able to get that work done.
Insults her intelligence.
Yeah, I was like, she ain't no hitter. Like, she ain't no, like, for real. But the one thing I did because I was wondering if they was gonna show how, like, what Tommy and them did with Claudia and them body. So I actually like that.
Oh yeah, because remember we talked about it last week. I felt like they had strung her up because when Showstopper and Tommy were walking off, they had the rope in their hand, so I figured they had I thought they had her hanging from a tree or something.
But that was actually dope. They actually make it look like it was the cartel for sure.
Cartel here, yep.
Yeah, that was dope. I think that was relevant. But I think the way they went about the whole Claudia being a hitter and all this other type of stuff, and her moving and that was an insult to our intelligence.
Yep. So Singh comes in and tells Stacy that their case is blown, and without Claudia's testimony that they were for sure not going to be able to get the conviction for Ortega. But in reality, would Claudia's testimony have held up in court anyway? I mean, really? Do we really think Claudia's testimony would have held up on cross-examination?
Yeah, I was about to say, when they cross-examined her, they probably would have pulled, especially because it would have been what's his name, Chan. Yep. Yeah, that's the attorney for them. He would have probably threw her under the bus. Like, didn't you work with her?
Told her up.
Yeah. Like, didn't you work for us? Yeah, she would have made out a cross-examination.
Then he got the nerve to leave up out of her office with a little smirk on his face, laughing about the situation. Laugh now, cry later, Singh. It's a laugh now, cry later. Surely he's not gonna get up out of this situation, right?
Not untouched. Something's definitely gonna alter his career for sure.
Alter his career, more like
alter his life.
It's
not the career.
Yeah, it's not the career. Over at the white picket fence house, you got Tommy and Mireya, and they're getting ready for their day. Maria's obviously running late, getting ready for work, so she seems to be in a little bit of a rush. But at the same time, she's a little bit nervous. We later on find out in the episode why she's nervous about today. Tommy asks her, "Is everything good?" She assures him that everything is good, and they're just.
I forgot the lie she told him. I think she said something about
she was nervous about the job or about
yeah. That's what the lie she told. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a lie she told him.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants it before
bruh. So when I saw this, I was like, man, ain't no way.
It's no way.
I was like, now granted, I was like, she did put her phone down and she was sitting, and of course, you get up off the cushion. But I was like, for it to be placed like that, I was like, nah, that phone probably would still just been sitting face up on the cushion.
The moment you get to your car, you're gonna realize you don't have your phone. The moment you open the door and start your car, you're gonna be like, "Oh, come on now, what year we living in?" You'll be like, "Oh, wait a minute, hold on, I don't have my phone." You have to get the keys.
The equivalent of leaving your wallet behind. That's the equivalent of leaving your house keys behind, like your cell phone part of you. That's every day. That's every day. Like ain't no way to where she walked up out of there without that phone.
And with our intelligence, they could have did this a different way. They could have. He went to go put something in the trash or dump the trash, and he found the piss stick, buried up under something else. But this was like, no.
It was a poorly placed plot device. It was not supposed to be as obvious. We knew exactly what their cell phone left behind represented when we started behind. There was no just wonder why she left her phone behind. We knew exactly what they meant. Okay, I am not sure if this is Gloria's old bar because I thought they turned that into a shake joint.
Yeah, no, that's not Gloria's old bar.
But it's one of the Flynn's bars up north.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that Tommy had given the Albanians the Flynn Victor's bars. Mm-hmm. Vic and his 2-man crew come in, which they had just said last week they had men. Where they at? So these two that you sitting here, they're not menacing, they're not threatening, they're not anything. They're just sidekicks. Come in, and Peter from the Albanians tells Vic, what are you doing here? He pretty much played in Vic's face that, you're not threatening at all. You're not your father. Not that your father is gone. Ain't nobody scared of you. You the last Flint standing. Hurry home because Tommy needs a back massage.
That's crazy.
I screamed when he said that.
I was just trying to get the purpose. Like what and I'm just as far as them like writing this, what was what was this supposed to show? Because we already knew, like they got the bar. So what was the purpose of showing this 3-man crew going up there and they quote unquote supposed to take it back, like with just them 3? So I honestly didn't even get the whole scene and why it was written like that.
It's reinforcing what was discussed with those 2 guys, and I don't even remember their names. That's how important.
Connor and I forgot the other guy's name.
The extras. Is reinforcing their conversation that they had with Vic last week about the Albanians being in the bar, about the Flynn name being ran over, and the fact that they had a crew. The only difference I would have liked to see in this was that actual crew come in there with them. Not just the 3 of them, but because remember they told Vic last week that we got men, we got a team, we ready to take back the bars or whatever the case may be. So I think that was just reinforcing the conversation that they had with Vic last week, pretty much gaslighting him, gassing his head up to jump out here and do that. Which one thing I will say, and I was having a discussion with one of my homies today about this, you don't necessarily have to be in the streets to be or be a gangster to get a body. We've seen that with Claudia. Yeah. So the fact that everyone plays with Vic a lot and, pretty much, doesn't look at him as a threat, doesn't mean that he isn't one.
That's true.
I mean, we see what happens later on in the episode. So, I mean, even though Vic ain't got all the muscle behind him and he ain't got the heat behind him, I mean, he do figure out a way to get the job done. So after they ran him up out of the bar, they the fellows that were with him, Connor and whatever, tells Vic that Claudia has been found unalive. Vic tries to play it off a little bit, but do you feel like he was shook about that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I definitely do. Because remember in the last episode when Tommy first brought it up that he was going to take out Claudia, he had like this, you know what I'm saying, like this look like at the end of the day, yeah, Claudia tried to unalive him, but it's like at the end of the day, that's still his sister. So I think he was just like, he didn't want Tommy to, but he had no say so. And then definitely, because remember, he had called her and left that message.
Oh, but he was going to help her. That's right.
We're going to help restore the family name. So I definitely feel like he felt something behind it, because he probably felt like, yeah, all right, we about to get ready to, I'm gonna let bygones be bygones. I know she tried to unalive me, but at the end of the day, she's still my sister. So we gonna get this thing moving. So yeah, I could definitely tell he felt a certain way behind it.
And he was too late, because remember when she had went over there to the penthouse already to ask for his help, and he turned her away.
Yep.
And so later on in the episode, he did come to the realization that he was going to help her, but it was too late at that point.
Yeah, it was too late.
That's probably what's on his mind. Jack, you got anything on this?
The same thing, man. I think he was willing to try, willing to give it another run, but he was just too late. I think he had mixed feelings about it, to be honest. I think it bothered him, but not to the extent if they was on better terms. So it's kind of like, I ain't want this to happen, but it's kind of what's expected.
Yep.
I didn't like this scene either.
I didn't like this scene either. I'm going to pull a card from Fresh's deck on this one. I really didn't understand the purpose of it. I mean, again, a plot device. But at the same time, I felt like whatever they were going to do with those weapons, they should have already done it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they shouldn't have had all these weapons just sitting around, laying around, waiting to do something with them. If they were going to give them out to the CBI members, then they should have done that. You know what I'm saying?
I think it was like to show even further division between Diamond and Tommy, because Diamond even said, don't say something that you can't come back from. Like during the exchange from him. So I think that's the only thing I got from it. The rest of it was irrelevant, to be honest.
I got a couple of talking points to that comment too, Jack. So you make a good point on that.
Mm-hmm.
So Tommy pretty much uses this opportunity to get at Diamond about him and Jenard going to meet with Che, which I have no idea how he found that out.
So no intelligence.
Does anyone in the comments know? Do you guys
call it? I feel like probably, because I thought about that too, because I was like, we didn't see the scene, but I think he probably put two and two together after Shanti told him that he hit back the Yardies, and then he found out that there's more product. So he would have had to go, like, the only way he would have. So I figured he put two and two together, like, yo, okay, so y'all hit the Yardies, and then you took him to go meet Che behind my back without me, because they got more product, so he would know that they got more product.
I can get with that. This Gold Desert Eagle reminds me of what's his name? Diego Jimenez from OG Power.
I forgot about that. He sure enough did.
Here the gold one.
Yep.
And I think that's what the purpose of the comment that Tommy made about the weapon when he picked it up. So Diamond was pretty much, telling Tommy, that this was a thing that him and Jenard set up. This was him and Jenard's play with these weapons, and they were going to do what they wanted to do with the weapons. Tommy reminds him that he is the coalition. And I'm like, Diamond, like, don't say nothing that you can come back from, because I felt like even though Diamond wasn't necessarily all for the coalition, but it's not something that he hadn't talked about with King Kilo when they were locked up. They had this conversation about starting a coalition. There was barriers that prevented them from starting it, but they had a conversation previously before Tommy came along. Now, I ain't gonna even front. Tommy is the glue that put everything together for the coalition, got to connect, eliminated all the threats. So I'm not gonna say that Tommy has not contributed, but Tommy act like this is his thing. And so Tommy wants to use the weapons to, man, every week I feel like we get a new crew. We get introduced. How many gangs is it in Chicago?
Right. That's what we need.
Our Syrians, I believe it is, that Tommy wants to steal from Miguel's group, the Insane Princes, and he wants to offer them these weapons and product to see if they will now can become their distro, which is a smart move, but I feel like he could have accomplished that without the weapons.
I was just about to get ready to say the same thing. He could have did that before prior even to getting the weapons.
Or knowing that there existed, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So and that's why I said this scene was no more than just to show the communication and how far in the wedge that's drawn between Tommy and Diamond, because he could have been did that.
Yeah, how divided they are. Like I said, if y'all wanted to put those weapons out on the streets, y'all should have done that already. Ain't no reason why y'all should be sitting around with that many weapons that probably all got bodies on them, just sitting around spread out. Go ahead, Fresh.
Nah, what I was about to say was I was just confused as far as like when dang it, I can't even remember the character's name right now. I had it at the tip of my tongue. I feel like I want to say his name is Asher or something like that.
It is Asher.
Yeah. So when he the only thing I was confused about with this whole scene is you offered him the guns, but you made it seem like every time they re-up, you're gonna be able to supply him with guns.
Yeah. He wasn't really clear on the offer that he was giving him. The way I took it as the guns was a gift with purchase. And that basically after you start reading up with us, you're not going to have to worry about running out of product. Because remember when he first came in, he asked him how business was going. And he said something about business was at a drought right now, that Miguel was working on getting more product. And Tommy kind of laughed at that and like, well, we don't have a shortage in product. And if you work with us, you're going to always stay flush with product. And I'm like, well, damn, is Miguel struggling that bad over there that he doesn't have product? Is it because he can't afford to re-up product? It's not a shortage from the supplier. So why is it that Miguel doesn't have product? Why is it now all of a sudden they're making it seem like Miguel is struggling? Is it because Tommy is taking away all of his...
That's how I took it. Is that Tommy's taking away? Because remember, he kept saying he was like, since I can't kill him, I'm gonna make him broke.
Yeah, I think he just taking away any type of
taking away. He just taking away, and with Tommy and Diamond doubling and tripling they what they picking up from Che, that's easy just to steal his people away, because now they got more product than what Miguel will have.
All right, so over here at a diner, you got Bobby DeFranco, and I can't remember what his new part.
Gus.
That's yep. Looking at some of the cases they got open right now that they're trying to investigate. You know, they're trying to figure out what happened with the Yardies. Mm-hmm. They're trying to figure out what happened with Luis Ortega, which is Roberto's uncle that Tommy them threw out the window. And I can't remember whether or not they talked about Claudia in this case, in this scene right here too. But for one thing, they were trying to figure out what is the connection? Who's dropping all these bodies? They're not thinking of CBI, they're thinking of the cartel. So they want to pretty much hit the streets and go see if they can get some intel on, is this what it really looks like? Bobby is calling this into question. Is this what this really looks like, or is this something that someone wants us to make us think this is what it looks like? So they agree to go out here and hit the streets to go see what they can find out in regards to these bodies dropping. All right, so And I'm sure DeMarcus, if fresh, you don't have it. I don't know the lady name. I ain't even.
Officer Delgado.
We meet Officer Delgado. Like, she could be the Blanca Rodriguez of this universe right here that just shows up out of nowhere to replace Agent Hardwick, who has had a family emergency. Yeah. Will be back in a couple of weeks. Now, I thought that was her sitting behind her. Who is this lady that came from nowhere and sitting behind her? It looked like her just dyed her hair. But I don't know if it was an issue with scheduling with the actress, or I didn't understand the significance of that line. Like, they didn't even have to put that line in there. Like, who's Agent Hardwick? We don't care about her. She's not a major character.
Yeah, they didn't, but I think they just wrote it in there to put into why this new character Delgado is there. Because if they had said that, I'd be like, okay, well, why did y'all bring, like, we on episode 6, the season about gone now. Like, where was she the first 5 episotos? Why she just coming in? I thought
they were bringing her in because they have so much trouble with the case and the convictions, and that she was going to be some kind of hotshot detective. She was going to come in and turn up the heat a little bit and try to see, can we get some of these convictions, because y'all failing miserably over here in this office. Y'all losing your own team, and y'all losing witnesses. Every witnesses that y'all have had in custody so far has been unalive. So I thought that she was being sent in by the DOJ to come in and try to shake some things up. That would have been a better story for her.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I read that somewhere, Dexter. I don't know what they were talking about Gary Lennon promised an OG power character this episode and did not deliver, right? And I don't
yeah, I've seen that somewhere too.
Yeah, I don't know who it could have possibly been, unless it would have been someone like Two Bit. I don't know who else would have brought any significance to the story, unless it would have been Tariq, which I don't know.
Yeah.
No delivery.
I laughed so hard at this thing.
That's what I put in the comments, that she need anger management. Like, all the stuff on the table, she mad. She big mad. Then her assistant come in and tell her that, listen, well, no, they were just talking about, again, all your witnesses. You can't put nothing on Tommy, and now that you're working for Tommy right now, you can't even, now you've got to protect him, so you can't even refocus your investigation back on him, because now you are in servitude to him. Ortega is the only one that you have in custody. Everyone else you don't lost.
So I got a question for y'all then, since you just said that, because I now that you made that point, I looked at this scene totally different, because Singh was the one trying to put her back on Tommy, but she kept saying it was, at this point it's the cartel. So I thought I didn't even think that she was trying to protect Tommy. I thought she was just literally looking at it like, nah, it's the cartel that's doing this, because of the way Claudia body was strung up, the way the Yardies was strung up, all of that stuff. So I didn't even think about it. So now that you said that, I'm guessing that y'all but think that she was doing that to protect Tommy now.
Yeah, because she knew Tommy put Claudia down. Remember when she met with Tommy and Tommy forced her into servitude? He asked her then to take the detail off Claudia, and she said that she couldn't.
Yeah, that's right.
So she knew right then and there that Tommy wanted to put her down. And then when he took the detail off of Elise, that, to me, that's why I said last week, I felt like she set that play up for Tommy when she sent Claudia over there. I don't necessarily think that she thought for a moment that Claudia was going to be able to put Tommy down by herself. Now, it would have been one thing if she would have gave that assignment to Claudia and Vic and told them, listen, if y'all want to get from under my thumb, I need both of y'all to take out Tommy. I need y'all to get rid of my Tommy problem. That would have made more sense for me. But I felt like she sent Claudia over there to get her jammed up.
What's up, Share my love?
The assistant come in and tell her that Donna want to talk to you, and Stacy like, what line she on? She ain't on no line. She in your office. And she come in, listen, I need Stacy to be a black woman one time. I would told that lady, listen, lady, I'm doing the best I can try to get this case together. I need you up off my back for a minute, or you
To
can
get
take
out my
this.
face.
Yeah, because you are the one who came and asked me to run for mayor. All right, so don't be coming over here and putting all this pressure on me right now. Either you gonna help me close this case, or quit wasting my time. I need you to beat it. I need you to beat it. Donna got in her feels a little bit about what happened with Claudia, and of course what's happening with all the other witnesses, and she sees that Stacy's chances for winning this is very slim to none. She don't got the support from the CDP. She losing witnesses left and right. She ain't got no convictions going on. What's up, M2? She ain't got no convictions going on right now. Stacy hurting in the worst way, like.
Yeah,
really hurt.
Yeah, she hurt in the worst way. Like you ain't even about, like you said earlier, ain't no campaign.
There ain't no campaign. Mayor Wig, she just needs to go ahead and withdraw her candidacy and just let it go. During this conversation, Donna gets apparently a missed call and a text from Rain saying she calling out sick today. She's not feeling well. We know what that's all about. Why is she still fooling with Vic?
Because I guess
why
now
is she still fooling with him when she know that he flipped? I don't understand why she's still trying to treat him like a CR.
Oh, I think now because it's at the point now where Claudia's gone, so she can't use Claudia at all. And then I also think that she probably thought that
desperate, right?
She desperate, and she could try to reel Vic back in from under from under Tommy. You know, that's a good theory. Share my love.
What's that?
Hardwick being on leave means perhaps maybe. Well, no, because I don't think she knows about Sing yet. I think it went to this episode. I think after this she might start watching him because of there was a certain scene where
I'm gonna talk about that because I picked that same vibe up too.
Yeah.
I picked that same vibe up when they was raiding that house.
Yep.
I picked that same vibe up.
Yep. So here we got, of course, they meeting with Che again, and they bring Che, Tommy, and Diamond. They bring this money, and Tommy, of course, likes to poke the bear and pokes at Miguel. So here's my question. So every time, I'm still trying to figure out why does Miguel have to be there every time when they meet with Che?
Yeah, I guess it's a plan. It's an arranged meetup time for both of them to get their work at the same time. And I think it's also for them to see how each other is doing. I think Che does that to kind of, let me see, how shall I say this? To drive competition between them. Okay. So, you know, Tommy and Diamond, and they coming in, they dropping off 2 big bags of money. They re-upping, they doubling they re-up. You know, Miguel got this one little sad bag of work over here, one little sad bag of money over here. So I think it's just like what Che did in this scene. Like, he used that opportunity to kind of dig at Miguel and be like, well, damn, if you can't handle this amount of work, then I know who can. And it ain't you. It's Tommy. Tommy, you know, uses opportunity to kind of dig at Miguel a little bit too about his work.
Oh.
And how he keeps losing men, but it's because Tommy is not necessarily playing fair. He is stacking the board in their favor by stealing Miguel's Prometheus.
Which I'm kind of surprised that Miguel hasn't even said that, hasn't told Che that.
I've been waiting for that too.
Like, I'm surprised that he literally hasn't said, like, yo, the reason why is because this man right here, he's poaching like my clients that I already got deals with and pulling them over to your side. I mean, to his side. So like, how am I supposed to be able to do what I got to do when he's, you know, he pulling people from me? So I can't move no work if he pulling people from me.
Exactly. That's where my problems are coming from. My problems is not coming from my inability to move to work. Tommy is stealing all my workers. But, you know, like they say, you ain't got no friends here in these streets. And so Tommy kind of said that, though, that since he couldn't unalive Miguel, he was going to make him work. Yep. And he's making good on that promise. The fact that Cruz drove off in a Nissan Sentra with them bricks in the back is diabolical. Diabolical. Crazy work. Diamond and Tommy are sitting here talking about what are they talking about? Well, I think he said something about this back at the shop, but I meant to bring that up where he asked Tommy that you should have called me on that Claudia situation. And Tommy should have been like, I did try to call you your phone with the voicemail.
He did. He said that.
Yeah, that's when he clapped back at him about him and Jenard going to meet with Che.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, he questions Tommy again about why are we keeping Vic around? And Tommy is still not being honest with Diamond too about why he's keeping Vic around, because the reason that he said is not the reason why he's keeping Vic behind. He's using Vic kind of as his point man to run Stacy. But he told Diamond that he was keeping Vic around because he needed to make sure that Vic stayed close to Stacy in case, because Stacy was investigating from Claudia's unaliving. That's not true. That's not what happened. DeFranco and Gus pulled over Cruz, and they were originally pulling him over to question him about these bodies dropping in the streets. Yep. And to see if they can get a feel for who's responsible for it. And Cruz,
I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea how. I guess they had a tail on them.
Nah, they said, and when they were in the diner, they said they were going to go into their territory and try to see what they could come up with. So they were probably already sitting where they hang out at, and that's how they ended up running into Cruz.
Okay. Well, I feel sorry for Cruz because with a broken tail light, thanks to Gus, and I don't even understand how a broken tail light warrant the search of the trunk. I don't understand that. This is an illegal search.
It's a very illegal search
of 5 bricks that were found in the back of Cruz's car, which that's crazy to me. And the fact that Bobby is so in his feels about how Stacy was getting work done, but you got a dirty partner out here. Like, I would have thought that Bobby would have shut all of that down. I was really expecting Bobby to shut all that down, but he didn't. You go ahead and place Cruz under arrest and take him into custody. Go ahead, Fresh.
I was gonna say, you saw his reaction when cracked the tail light. So I'm thinking later on down the line,
he gonna say something about that.
He gonna say something like it's not gonna last long. It's not gonna last long at all.
Okay,
like, he gonna end up saying something.
So he's not gonna let that slide. Okay.
Yeah, I think he probably gonna let this slide, but then it's probably gonna be something else later on down the line that Gus do that's just like it's over the top. And he like, nah, I'm not doing it this way.
Okay. Finally, Miguel gets some insulin. You know, we had said that too. We said that earlier on in the review of the season. We said we wonder if Miguel gonna have diabetes this season. We were wondering if he was gonna have diabetes this season. Yep, a broken tail light is exactly how they set up Kanan. Yep. Well, actually, no, it wasn't a broken tail light. They took the bulb out. It was a blown tail light.
That's right. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I still don't understand how that constitutes a search of your vehicle because you have a blown tail light or a broken tail light. Same thing as like having a flat tire.
Yeah, I don't understand it either.
Miguel is stressed. He worried about his situation. 1, because he just got made a fool out of in front of Shay, and 2, he got money problems.
I didn't know he was so broke.
I didn't know he was so broke too. Like, he's insolvent. He's insolvent at this point.
Like, man.
He's definitely destitute and insolvent. So he's stressed and pressed, but he also tells Mireya, like, something wrong with you. You acting funny. I thought she was going to tell him right here that she with child, but I held to my theory that it was going to be revealed during the dinner.
Yeah, I didn't think she was going to tell him here. During this whatchamacallit, but I thought maybe we was about to get a quick backstory as to why, or a quick comment or something as to why we haven't seen him get an insulin all season, and now he's just getting this insulin, like, or whatever, like some type of comment like, oh, you ever been around enough to do this or something like that, because like I said, we ain't seen it all season, so it just pop up this episode was crazy to me. Yeah, and like y'all was saying earlier, like he can't come up with that money because Tommy's taking all of his customers, so he don't have nothing to even put out to even get the bread, like to have bread, because he's so far in debt, because he's like just trying to keep up with Tommy.
He's sitting on inventory.
Yep, he's just sitting on it.
He's sitting on inventory, and he can't move the product that he has. So Cruz got his one phone call mad quick. I would think that he's still in the back of the police car at this point, being transported downtown. He gets the call from Cruz saying that he's been pinched, and that he reveals to Miguel how much his bail's going to be. Miguel spazzes out and says, "Do you think I got that kind of money when I owe Che and I don't have that kind of money laying around?" We learned that his bail is $5 million, 10% of which, $500,000, is what he has to put up to get Cruz out.
I got a question.
It's probably the same question I have, but go ahead.
Well, I'm going back to Shay. Like, when did he start owing them though?
I guess
at what point did he get behind?
Going back to what Fresh just said, it makes sense why he would be behind. If he ain't got no permitters to move his work, the inventory ain't selling. So
right, but I thought like he was just giving them money. He was just like, well, in the conversation, he was like, slow and steady. I'm going to take the same amount, So you still obviously getting work, to move. You just not moving as much as Tommy, and that's where I was a little bit confused on. Like, you're not moving as much as Tommy, and he was like, well, if you're having problems moving it, Tommy could pick up your slack, and it's another. But it seems like he's moving it, just not as fast as Tommy is moving.
Yeah, because remember,
it's a good point, Dexter. What about when the warehouse blew up?
Yep, that's what I'm about to say.
Yeah,
that right there. So that's more than likely why he's in debt, because I'm sure Jay probably fronted him some bricks with some type of percentage rate. Yep. And then, like you were saying, Jack, remember, I want to say that was episode 4 when Tommy told Che that they wanted double. So right then and there, like with Tommy taking his clients, his customers, and he's able to move double, like he's moving it slow and steady, but he's not moving it fast enough to even catch up. So I'm pretty sure that Che probably.
I forgot about the warehouse. Yeah, I forgot about the warehouse. That makes sense.
That's a good point, Dexter. I think that's what Miguel was probably worried about. I mean, at the end of the day, when you out here in the streets and you run in the streets, you should have contingency plans. So if your right hand man get pinched, you need to be down there at the station ASAP to get him out and pick him up. The last thing you want to do is to leave your right hand locked up and you out here on the streets and I'm locked up. You run the risk of him snitching on you. So I think that was one of the reasons why Miguel was in a sense of urgency to get this money up to get Cruz out, because the longer you let him sit there in lockup, the bigger your chances are on him from telling.
I do have one question as far as that though with Cruz. I'm still trying to figure out how he was even able to get bail, because with that amount of work by that point, like, bro, you're trafficking.
Yeah, that's trafficking.
Like that's.
I guess that's why his bail was so high. Chicago got all these crazy bails. I mean, they got a cashless bail too. They got going on up there.
I was just trying to figure that out. I was like, bro, how he get bail? Because I'm pretty sure he got a record already. I'm sure he got a record. So I was like, bro, how he get bail? I was like, that's trafficking at that point. I was like, that's not that's felony.
All bricks, like, of course.
Yeah, all bricks. I was like, this ain't no misdemeanor.
Yeah.
And bro, this court with 5 bricks and he was able to get bail. I was like, but.
And Mireya, she's just a ray of sunshine. Oh, Miguel, don't worry. Everything is going to be okay. You got this. I'm like, do you not
always come out on top?
Yeah, you always come out on top. It's gonna be okay. Send her away. Send her back to Tommy's house. Miguel tried to impress upon her the situation that he's in. He ain't got no money. He Oche. He need to come up with $500K. So I'm assuming he need $1 million at this point. Because it sounded like to me he needed to give Che $500K, and then he needed to put an additional $500K up for
Cruz.
For Cruz. So yeah, Miguel is Hungry for money. Dexter said earlier that Miguel got less money than D-Mac. Miguel has less money than the Tejadas. The Tejadas even had $1 million sitting in the safe. I'm like, how you out here running the streets selling work and ain't got no money? I guess he's been using all of his money for his re-ups.
Yeah.
And to pay his workers. I don't know. I can't wait to talk to Miguel again about Miguel.
I can't wait. Yeah, I
cannot wait to talk to Manuel
because he said after episode 8, right?
Yeah, I can't. Yeah. I got questions about Miguel. He down bad. Tommy, why is you over here hanging out with Showstopper like you used to do with Tosh? That's your homegirl now, huh? Y'all hanging out, huh? Y'all crew.
I don't think. Well, I didn't look at it until you just said it now with the Tasha thing. I didn't even look at that. I looked at.
You remember that used to sit around and smoke weed. Mm-hmm. That's what it reminded me of.
I looked at
it as breaking bread.
This situation right here, after Shanti told him what Jenard and Diamond did, like he's using her now as either like he's playing her to try to get more information, or he's just using her as an ally.
Both. It's both.
Okay.
It's both. But not only that, but it's also they got a little side mission they got going on. Remember, their side mission was the whole thing with Claudia and Viagra Triangle clubs. So he uses opportunity to let Shanti know that with Elise in the wins, what's the fate of the clubs? And Showstopper says she's going to go over there and meet with Elise's mom, probably threaten her, and to continuing to move the product through the club. So with that, I think Tommy was more so wanting to make sure that the clubs were still secure, but at the same time, I think he's taking advantage of the fact that him and Showstopper are creating what he may feel like some type of, link or alliance or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
I don't know. Jack said something last night when me and him were talking in the chat that made me look at Showstopper a little bit different for the first time. I still want her to leave, but it does make me look at her just a little bit differently though, because he said she's loyal to the money, and she is loyal to the money. She's loyal to the money, but does that mean she's going to choose Tommy? That's what I wanted to ask you last night.
If she feels as though that that's where the money is going, like I think she originally picked Jenard because she saw something in Jenard that was going to help benefit her.
Jenard was a winner.
To help her get to the top, that she can use her box to help get her to the top and keep going the way that she's going. Now if she feels as though that Tommy is going to be the winner and going to come out on top of this, that's what she feels. And she see
the moves that he's making out here in these streets.
Yep. That's exactly where she's gonna go. She's already even planted the seed. But like these brothers is moving, a little bit different without you. I rock with them, but I can see how they moving, So she already planted the seed. It's just a matter of time before she go ahead and hitch her wagon onto whichever direction the money's gonna go.
Big fact. Yeah. Okay.
She definitely rolling with Tommy for sure.
Mm-hmm.
This scene was funny.
You want it? Go ahead and take it.
I ain't even lie because I had a feeling as soon as I was watching, I was like, Jenard gonna pull up. And Jenard rolls up looking like the hell y'all got going on up in this joint. Like y'all just sitting here laughing and giggling and smoking and whatnot. Like this what y'all got going on. And I can't remember what I think Tommy didn't even say nothing to him. He just kind of blew his smoke at him. But
disrespectful.
He did. Way disrespectful.
So disrespectful.
And he need to get punched in the face. That's just what we kidding.
Yeah, he definitely should have. So here Jenard and Shanti, they go back and forth and they have words, and of course Shanti says, you didn't even tell me about which also, how the heck, now that I'm saying this, how did she know?
He told her.
That's right.
In this scene. Remember, everything was all good because what he was checking her about here was, what are you doing hanging out with Tommy? She told him that she was playing him, trying to make sure the clubs were still going and everything. And she was still reinforcing their original plan was to keep Tommy close. And then that's when Jenard revealed to her that he had to make a quick decision.
Yeah.
Yep. And he had the opportunity to go meet with Che. That's when she flipped out. Yeah. She flipped out about that. But the more and more I think about this, Shanti sees herself as more than what she is. You're not even a boss. You're a worker. Look how Che reacted to Jenard showing up. How do you think he would have reacted when your black ass showed up with him too?
Exactly.
Like, I don't think that they're thinking about this. This is a major cartel leader right here. Do you really think he gonna be interested in wanting to talk to you and Jenard? That wouldn't have went well if both of them would have showed up. It didn't go hardly well for Jenard when he showed up. But I felt like Jenard should have told her that. I feel like Jenard, as her dude, should put that in perspective for her. Like, Shanti, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Like, do you really think that Che gonna want to talk to us? Do you really think that like this gonna go the way you think it's gonna go? She's sitting here big mad in her feels because she didn't get invited to the beat. And do you really think that you, Diamond, and Jenard was gonna be able to walk into this room with Che and he was gonna sit here and engage in a conversation with you? He don't know you. He don't want to talk
That's
to you.
what I never understood that. Like, how you think it's gonna look with y'all two just popping up? Especially, we saw the reaction with Jenard, and now you just bring it in somebody who ain't even blood. Okay, Jenard get a pass, but this was you.
Yeah, but I think it's also because she realized Jenard is not going through with the plan that they had.
Yeah, she see that he's deviating. Not only is he deviating from the plan, but he's not keeping her informed. So
what's going on?
He's losing control of what she thought she had control of. Remember we said that she thought that she had control of Jenard, going back to Jack's earlier point with her box. And she thought that their relationship was strong enough that she could keep him in control. But now, not only is he deviating from the plan to get rid of Diamond, but he's deviating and now leaving her out of meeting with Che. So she sees right now that Jenard is not intending to take her along for the ride that she thought she was on. She big man. She go sit down at her laptop. She don't say nothing else to him. He started trying to talk to her. He started trying to, baby, I love you. Baby, I'm go do the Manny Fresh re-up. Baby, it's me and you and against the world. She ain't paying him no attention at all. Like, I felt like all she needed to do was pick up something and throw it at him, and that was it.
Right.
But somebody explain to me what she doing on his laptop. I mean, QuickBooks, maybe.
I don't know. I think maybe I just
looking for a place to live on Zillow, maybe.
I forgot what she was.
What the hell she's doing on that laptop?
They showed a quick glimpse of what she was looking at. I couldn't remember, but I figured it was just a plot device just to show that she was just ignoring
him. Yeah. She's looking for a place to stay at on Zillow. This right here, going back to Jack's comment when we first started off, that there's things that they do that just now all of a sudden Manny Fresh and Jenard back cool again. Like, even though he gave her the chain back and everything, I would still deal with him at an arm's length. Like, yeah, I feel you. First of all, I wouldn't even be doing no business directly with him one-on-one,
especially in the car.
I would have one of my workers dealing with Jenard. Like, Jenard wouldn't get no FaceTime with me whatsoever. Like, you know, if that was us in the street and you don't burn me like that and we back in business again, yeah, I'm not fucking with you like that. So again, another plot device because we needed Jenard to see that brick. So Jenard goes and picks up the payment from Manny, and she just happens to be riding around in her secret compartment with a whole brick of fentanyl. And Jenard's reaction to it threw me. Like I said in the chat last night, Jenard act like he ain't never seen fentanyl before. Jenard act like what happened to the brick that he had, and why is it that he has this sudden interest now in it when he's had a brick already that we have not yet to see what he's done with it. Coming in with a $5 super chat from DeMarcus. Thank you. Imagine if Manny Fresh would have introduced Shanti to Madam Wu instead of Diamond and Jenard. Do you think Shanti would have been pissed? I'm going to talk about that when we get to that scene, but I think that that's a good point, DeMarcus. But I don't think that it was a planned introduction. Jenard asked about the brick and where it was coming from, and she just told him about the Chinaman or whatever. I think that because he expressed interest in the fentanyl is why Manny made the introduction. I don't think she did that to do any favors for Jenard. I just think she answered his question.
Okay, then you answer my question because I was about to say in that scene, I don't even remember her being there.
She wasn't. She just told him the Chinatown, the Chinaman.
Yeah, so okay, so then she really didn't make the introduction. Then, like, he just decided to take it upon
him. When I say introduction, she told him who.
Okay, all right, okay, now I got you. Yeah, when he said the introduction, I was like, she was there. I didn't remember her even being there. But to me, in this scene right here, it still seemed like he fiending. Like the way he keep looking at that brick is like he fiending, like he want to test that product.
Yeah, he want to taste. Yeah, I remember that he gave Joe, I think his name was Joe, the fentanyl to get Manny's chain back, but it still doesn't explain what he did with the brick.
Yep.
We left to assume that he put it out on the street, but he's acting all intrigued like right now. I feel like if he would have put that brick that he got from D-Mac out on the street and he would have stepped on it, cut it up, and
he would already know
off of it, he would still want to be doing more of it. So I don't understand this. They don't make this clear as to why Jenard has a sudden interest in this, other than the fact that he's interested in a new business opportunity for CBI. As that, I think that's what they're alluding to here, that Jenard sees this as an opportunity for them to make more money.
Yeah, especially with what Manny was saying to him. Like she said you can cut it 10 times and you still gonna get more money back than what you call it. So now he want to get in there, because remember when he introduced it to Shanti, she wasn't rocking with it. She was like, nah, I ain't messing with that
Shanti
stuff.
wasn't fucking with
it.
Yeah, that's right.
She was like, I ain't rocking with it. So
it's dropping bodies.
Yeah, it's dropping bodies. So,
and we know that the fentanyl is dropping bodies.
Yep.
And we know that dropping bodies brings law enforcement.
Mm-hmm.
This is why this is a bad idea for Jenard. Jenard, you're not thinking, you chasing, you being greedy.
And that's why Tommy didn't want to do it, because he's dropping bodies.
What problems is this going to introduce you with Che? You getting product from Che already, double that at that, and now you trying to go out here with Madam Web and get some fentanyl too. This don't seem like it's gonna be a marriage made blissfully here. Let's see.
I think Jenard is just so busy trying to prove his worth to Diamond.
That's what it is. He trying to prove his worth.
And get them from up under Tommy's thumb. Like, we got our own plug, so we can do this while he doing that.
Yeah, without him. Yep. I think that's the biggest thing they're trying to accomplish, is get away from Tommy.
A side note for me, I hate when they use real life couples in shows and they make them their love interest in shows. It just, like, we don't care. Y'all just giving them an opportunity for them to be together on camera. Like, whatever. Vic is laid up with Ray, and I guess he has turned her all the way out at this point. She called out of work and everything, and she laying up with a whole criminal right now, and she don't seem to be concerned about her safety, her well-being, her job, none of that at this point. Nothing but the D. That's all she's concerned about. Vic is laid up here telling her about his feelings in regards to losing his sister, and even though they had issues, it's still his sister, and that Tommy is responsible for this. He also mentions how he wants to get from up under Tommy and Stacy, which I thought was an interesting comment he would make to her, considering the fact that she works for Stacy. I was waiting to hear what her rebuttal to that was going to be. It was not.
I was shocked he even said it.
Yeah, I was shocked he said it too. That's why I was like, okay, now how is she going to respond to this? Because I'm like, okay, is she finna start helping him from the inside too, sabotage Stacy? Like, damn, Stacy, you got it coming at you from all ends. And she really does have it coming at her at all ends. But I think what's going to end up happening with Ray, she's going to quit this job and she's going to run off, because Vic also tells her in this scene that she needs to get loose, get out of town for a little while. Things are getting ready to heat up. And basically, Vic is not only trying to sell it to her, but he's really trying to sell it to himself, that he's finna bang it out with Tommy. He's tired of Tommy. He's already getting ready to tell Stacy Tate, F you. So he's really trying to sort all this out in his head. He's trying to get her safe, but he's really getting ready to bang this out with his op, which is Tommy, and try to figure out how he's going to get from up under Stacy. When in comes Tommy, another disrespectful scene. Jack, what you said last night, just so disrespectful.
I don't even remember what I said last night about this part.
Remember when he was telling Vic about the first thing he
did? Yeah. Talk about the first thing he did when he touched down in Chicago. It was like, oh yeah, I smoked your girl boots and I broke your best friend's arm, who are both not with us anymore. That's wild, disrespectful. You should have punched him right in the face. Right now, at this point, it's just you and Tommy. What power else? I mean, what does he have?
And
at this point,
and he admitted to in this scene right here that he was the one that unalived his sister because Vic asked him, "How did you get up here?" Claudia was the only other person that had a key. He's like, "Oh yeah, I took them off for her."
I was shocked.
Respect are you gonna take from this guy?
Man,
like, that is crazy that he even mentioned.
If you don't pull a strap on him or something,
I was surprised that he even confirmed it to him that that's what he did, because I thought for sure, since the picture showing that, you know, it looked like it was a cartel hit, I was actually shocked. Like, he admitted to Vic, like, yeah, I did it. I guess I'm assuming that he did it just to show, like, you know, I got power over you.
Yeah, that is taunting him.
Yeah,
it's taunting him. It's reminding him too that you only here because of me. M2, that's a very good point. Tommy would have used that against him if he knew that was Vic's girl, because Vic played it off and paid her some money and sent her away when Tommy came as if she was an escort. So that was a really good. Vic ain't dumb as he looks, because that was a really good play right there. He did that. But yeah, I just, the disrespect Tommy has on him is crazy. I don't even remember what they were talking about in the scene right now, because I was just so like, damn, Big, enough is enough. Like, bro, when are you gonna throw some hands or something?
This scene right here is where Tommy was him and Vic, they're discussing where Tommy think like, well, you know, if Claudia, well, first he says to Vic, like, you got a problem with it, you know, with him eliminating Claudia.
Oh, okay, yep.
And he was like, no, you know, forget her, blah, blah. And then he also kind of reiterates, like, you know what I'm saying, like, because, you know, how I know you're not the same as you know, as Claudia. And then he wanted Vic to set up a meeting with Stacy Marks.
That's right. Okay. Yep. And I feel like, again, I don't even understand why. I mean, he got the cell phone. He sent her the text earlier. Like, I feel like all you had to do was just send a message to her from Pageant Inc., letting her know I need a meetup. Like, again, I guess he's just using Vic, as you say, as his do boy.
Yeah. And then also, I figured that he was also wanting him to set it up, so in case something goes wrong, Vic is the fall guy.
Is this where he's back at the house now and he get old girl phone?
That right there is after Tommy leaves. After Tommy's like, Tommy tells Vic, you know, don't forget to run this. And then Vic looks at his phone and sees all the missed calls.
All the calls, yeah.
Who are they from?
Stacy.
Oh, she had been okay.
She had been trying to call us up to meet.
Okay. Yeah, the first one at the bottom is that text that she sent him saying, meet me at I forgot something, the bridge. And
so the crazy part about it is she had already I'm in sync now. Yeah. She had wanted to set a meet up on her own with Vic, and then Tommy comes in and requests a meet too with Vic. So both of them are asking for the same thing at the same time. Got it. That left me a little bit confused. Tommy back at the house making lunch. Like, at this point, I don't understand why Tommy has not relocated, moved somewhere else. I don't understand why he shows up at this firehouse every day like he has no problems whatsoever. And Mireya's phone has probably been chiming all day. She's probably been calling it all day, trying to figure out where she left it at. And there's a message from the Parenthood place.
Yeah,
Planned Parenthood place. Was this an indicator that she was going to have child removed?
Yeah, because
Planned Parenthood to me sounds like, you know, decision making, planning to welcome a child.
Well, yeah, when you say that, the only part of this whole scene that I just couldn't figure out was You're not gonna make me believe that she didn't have a lock or a passcode on her phone. Because he
right.
Because that's
what I was saying.
Her phone is locked. It's locked.
Playing with us.
It's locked. No, it's locked.
It's not locked.
Yes, it is locked.
He unlocked it and heard the message.
It's the message is on the notification screen.
No, he right after this, he unlocks it and he
unlocks it. He did unlock it and he heard the message.
Yeah, of her appointment for the day.
That is even crazier.
So that's why I was confused out because when he first grabbed it and I saw that, I was like, okay, so he just gonna see that, and then he swiped up and I was like, wait a minute, bro. I was like, how was you just? I was like, he just able to unlock it, so it's not a lock or a passcode on the phone. I was like, in this day and time, I was like, I don't know anybody who don't have a lock, thumbprint, Face ID, something.
Passcode on their phone.
Well, I mean, you could have Face ID, the thumbprint, whatever. Like, it's rare to find somebody who don't have one on their phone because you got so much stuff. If you lose your phone, and the stuff that you got on your phone now, anybody can get to your information.
But the crazy part about it is she's not at work.
Nope.
So if she was at work and busy, I could see her not missing the phone because she hasn't had an opportunity to be on the phone. But we have now seen her go visit Miguel. She's now also at the Planned Parenthood. You mean to tell me at all this time you ain't reached for your cell phone at no point during all this time?
Nope.
She's at the clinic and I guess she's getting ready to get the ultimate plan B.
Yep.
And we were not sure here what her decision was. When we saw her on the table,
yep,
we assumed that she was getting the ultimate plan B. So we didn't know. And then her expression on her face led us to believe that she had made the decision to terminate her pregnancy.
Yeah, and I ain't even gonna lie, this scene had me kind of pissed. I was like, really? I was like, we get all of this.
You know, I was gonna snap about that. I was gonna snap about that because I had the same complaint about it with Rock when they did the same thing with Rock. Like, and the same thing with Diana in book 2. Like, why give us this storyline if you wasn't going to do anything with it other than to terminate it? This doesn't make sense. So Tommy's at home with her phone in the hand like a stalker, waiting for her to come home. And the first thing she should have said was, when she walked in that door, she should have said, "Hey, Tommy, have you seen my phone? I've been looking for it all day." Yep. That would have even made me feel a little vindicated. He comes in and she comes in. He immediately questions her about her decision to terminate child. When he walked up to her and put his hand around her throat, I said, "Holly, meet Mireya. Mireya, meet Holly, because you're finna have the same fate." I was like, and I think they wrote that for us to feel that.
Yeah, specifically.
Yeah.
The thing that got me was I was actually surprised that Mireya was scared.
She know what she got. She know what she got. She know that fool's crazy. She know what she got.
Because I figured she thought, because I'm just looking at this, think like, oh, he's not going to harm me because, you know, Miguel, like, you know, he do something to me, Miguel going to come after him and whatever. So it was kind of shocking to see that she was like a little bit scared. But yeah, I did like the way they broke that in, because I was like, oh yeah, this is like Harley 2.0.
Yep. And of course we knew that if Tommy was going to be happy about the pregnancy, we knew that he was going to want to keep the child.
Yep.
But he surprised us when he told her that he supported whatever decision she made it, whether she wanted to keep it or not keep it.
Surprised the hell out of me.
That surprised me too, because I thought he was going to flip out if she had not chosen to keep the child.
Yep.
Which, I'm sorry, maybe it's because we have not had a child in the Power universe. The only child that we're going to get in the Power universe is going to be Sean, and I'm assuming that we'll get that in Origins. We know that is the only child that makes it through a pregnancy in the Power universe. I'm not interested in the Power in the kid storyline in Power. I'm not interested in seeing Tommy as a father. This is not that type of show. I'm not interested in him and Mireya having a life together with a child. Like I mean, what are y'all thoughts on that? Do y'all want to see Tommy with this child? I mean,
I'm half and half because it's like,
Me too.
it's like, yeah, because I wonder like how they're going to write Tommy's character if, you know, with her being with child and him having a child, X, Y, and Z. But then at the same time, I feel like it's going to be nothing more than a wash and repeat, and it's basically just going to be like he's raising the child, and it's just going to be like him mirroring Ghost, where Ghost was raising Tariq and Yaz and them. So that's why I kind of don't want to see it, because this season we can already see how like he's kind of thinking strategic like Ghost. So he has that child. I think it's going to end up being a rinse and repeat, and they're just going to kind of have him mirror exactly like how Ghost was trying to raise his kids.
Or will he marry her?
Now that part I don't think he's going to do.
Will he marry her?
I don't think
marry Lakeisha. And see, if that is, that takes me back to my point. If that be the case, if they're going to have Tommy marry her, and I don't want to see. I don't want to see this. I'm not interested in this. This is not what Tommy's character has been for us. Now I can argue a point with someone that says, well, maybe they're evolving his character and maybe they're going to put Tommy in a different role where he's going to be more of that father figure role, like kind of Ghost was. Mm-hmm. And he's going to now be looking after Tariq. He's going to now be looking after D-Mac. Mm-hmm. But if you want to give him that role, you need to bring Cash into this too. You need to bring Cash in here too, because Cash is out here with no parent. And now you're going to make him a father as well. I'm not sure if I'm ready for this for Tommy. And he tells Mireya that he will do anything to protect her, and she doesn't have to worry, and he loves her. And oh my God, is this also where she got no, that's later when they're having the burgers.
Yeah, that's later on.
Miguel, I don't feel sorry for you, bro. You put yourself in this situation.
At all.
Don't feel sorry for you at all. This little story that you're getting from Ortega here at the jail, Ortega is pretty much, Miguel is pretty much telling Ortega that Tommy is slippery. He moves the stash house and his re-ups. They're a different place, different time, every time. We can't get him that way. But we can clap him up at this restaurant because I got a dinner date with him and my sister tonight at 9:45. He's gonna leave. Y'all can get him outside the restaurant. And Ortega goes to this whole story that we don't care about, how dangerous his grandfather was back in Mexico and how he sent his calling card, much like the Jimenez with the tarot card. He sent this purple flower to his enemies to let them know that they were going to take a permanent sleep. And he pretty much told Miguel, he all but told Miguel that if you don't come through with delivering Tommy Egan, you gonna get one of them purple flowers too. That's pretty much
done here.
Done here.
I could have swore I didn't think it was gonna be at the restaurant. Tommy was supposed to go to the meet.
Yeah, he was supposed to go to the meet, but he sent Bones. That's right. You're right.
Yeah, and I thought, that's where they was going to hit him up at. Yeah, he sent Bones instead. What I think maybe he was supposed to go with Bones. I don't know, but yeah, I'm with y'all. I don't feel no type of I don't feel sorry for him. And then also, I'm still confused about this scene because I get it. Ortega got, he got all this power, etc., whatever, but there's no way in the world he's going to have that type of power where he can get a known felon inside of that jail to talk to him.
I don't remember the Serbians sending calling cards. What were they? I know the Jimenez, they sent
Jimenez did. Yeah, I don't remember the Serbians.
I don't remember the Serbians sending no now Milan might have been doing something to harass Ghost, but I don't remember the Serbians having a calling card. But you're right, Fresh. I said the same thing too. I was like, but at the same time, Miguel deserves whatever happens to him because he was the one who reached out to Ortega and promised Tommy that he could deliver Tommy.
Yep.
So you're failing to meet your agreement. You're failing to hold your end of the bargain. And so he pretty much tells Miguel that you done. If Tommy don't show up at this meeting, we don't clap him up. And I got some theories on what I think is going to happen to Miguel. I got some theories.
Yeah, I got some theories as well.
We'll talk about that.
Okay, yeah, shoot, let us know, bro.
All right, we down for it, Brillo.
Just let us know.
What's going on with these two right here? Because I need something to happen with Diamond and Jenard. This dynamic, I guess, because we're so used to them being on opposite ends, the dynamic of them together just doesn't hold my interest long. So every scene that they're in, I'm just waiting for it to be over because it just brings no value to me.
Yeah,
I'm ready for them to be separated permanently.
Wow.
They need a permanent separation.
Wow, there's only one way to get that permanent separation.
Well, I'm tired of Jenard. I'm so fucking sick and tired of Jenard. And I'm starting to really get aggravated with Diamond too. Because Diamond is he dumb. I need Diamond to be not this big bruiser. And I need Diamond to start using this. And he not. All this shit that's going on around him, he don't see none of this.
I think it's because
is this where he come and ask him about the weapons?
Yeah, this is where Jenard comes to ask him about the guns, and he gets pissed off that Tommy did that deal to get rid of the weapons. But I think Diamond doesn't see it because basically Jenard is kind of playing him. And now, ever since he put that seed into his head about when he told him the information that Tommy was messing with Mireya, it's like now he feel like he can't really trust him. So now Jenard can put any type of seeds, and now he just gonna roll with him because he like, well, Tommy doing stuff behind my back. Well, shoot, I could do the exact same thing. I ain't got to tell him everything. So I think that's all Jenard is doing. He just playing to it because, in a sense, like Diamond is a little bit like vulnerable. I don't want to say vulnerable, but he just not thinking logically. Because even here, he hesitated to even do that deal to go, to even go meet Madam Wu to even do the fentanyl. He was like, nah, man,
because he knew that Tommy didn't like it. Yeah.
And then he automatically then he just goes into, man, you know what? Forget it. Yeah, set the deal up. Like because he just at this point, he's just like, you know what? He doing stuff behind my back. He not telling me, so I don't even care. I'm gonna do the same thing because he said I think he's trying to prove that he's the actual real boss of CBI and not Tommy.
That's a good point too, Dexter. Jenard knows Diamond's weakness, and he appeals to that. So that's a good perspective to put on there because he plays to Diamond's weakness. Every time he knows what Diamond's sore spot is when it comes to Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
We got another $5 super chat from DeMarcus that says, remember that Liliana found a Serbian card with the Serbians product on it in season 1. Oh yeah, they did have a little insignia on their product. She found that in season 1. You're right, DeMarcus. I think it was a spider or something too. Yeah, but that's a very good point. He does play to Diamond's weakness when it comes to Jenard.
Nah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't know about that. If this man ain't whooped, you got exactly what you want right now. You wanted Miguel to be through.
Yep.
You threw him a lifeline.
And you threw him a lifeline.
You extended the olive branch.
You told her that you was going to do it and not do it. Or you could have told her hey, babe, I'm strapped for cash right now. I had to put this $1 million out to make Elise go away. I gave Stacy 1.5 million.
Yep.
I'm a little strapped for cash myself, and I had to re-up with Che right now. I ain't got it. That's what a real life answer would have been. Yo, I ain't got it. I ain't got it to give. I ain't got it. You know, that's your brother problem. That ain't my problem. Mireya goes to Tommy and begs about, we're all going to be a family now, and my brother is a part of that family, and oh, please help him. He's insolvent right now, and he needs you to give him some money. Huh? And I feel like Miguel should have been upset with her for even going to his op.
Yep.
And not only putting his business in the street, but begging for money on behalf of me.
Yep.
That's a major no-no.
Yep. Like I remember we called it in the prediction, so like I wasn't surprised that she even asked Tommy to do this, to even go to him and ask him. Matter of fact, I had kind of had a feeling when she was back giving him the insulin and he was strapped for cash. So I kind of had that feeling like she was probably gonna go ask Tommy. She knew like they, you know, that they beefing or whatever, but I kind of felt like she's gonna use like her like the love that both of them have for her to her advantage, especially now that she's pregnant and gonna want them to put everything aside now. I also think that Tommy did it just to show him like, I got the upper hand, because what he said to Miguel when he brings the money, like he said it loud and clear. Like I think he was trying to show him up, because he said it loud and clear. Like the only reason I even bought this was because your sister asked me to, and he said it so loud, and Miguel looked embarrassed in front of his crew.
Oh yeah, he did look embarrassed because when he
threw the money on the floor.
Because he threw the money on the floor. Yep.
Yeah. He threw the money on the floor. Tommy said loud as day, like the only reason I'm bringing you is because your sister asked me to bring you this. Like you don't even have the bread and whatnot to go bail out your partner, so I'm doing this as a favor to your sister. And how loud he said it in front of his whole crew, and Miguel was just looking like, it made him look like he was soft, like he was weak or something. So I think, in my opinion, I feel like Tommy really only did it just to show him like, I'm really the boss and you really not running nothing. Like I'm
and you out here hurting.
Yep.
Yeah, you need me.
Yep.
Yeah, you out here hurting. Damn, Miguel down bad. I feel bad for Miguel. Like, I don't.
I don't.
You put yourself in his predicament. You really put yourself in this predicament. Man.
So there's a certain part of this scene that kind of annoyed me. So of course Stacy goes and meets with Vic after the, Vic, they both wanted to meet anyway. And during the whole discussion, of course, Tommy drops in again. And she's pissed off again that Tommy drops in, and Tommy's like, I got an idea to help you get back, back on the good side, since you having a problem with your campaign and getting people in convictions and all this other stuff, because that's what it's all about. So he had already had an idea to set up someone to take the fall so that she can get a conviction. The whole problem I had with this scene is this part right here when Vic jumps bad at her. I'm like, why?
Yeah, big and bad.
I'm like, now you jump big bad on her?
Like, you should have been don't jump big and bad on her. Like, first of all, I feel like Vic can walk away from this situation unless he signed a cooperation agreement, which I'm sure he probably has. But even if he did sign a cooperation agreement, Victor, go get you a paid for a lawyer and get from up under this, because I mean, she dirty as they can be at this point. You can get out of them cooperation papers, but at the same time, I feel like what she had on you is no longer that leverage she has on you, because remember, she made that girl that Tommy had do the video last week she made that girl lie and say Vic was the one that unalived Fat Tony when it was Tommy that actually unalived Fat Tony.
Yep.
Why Vic decided to jump big and bad and confess to his unalivings? I think he said he put down his father and somebody else he put down.
Yep. Like I said, I just didn't understand.
We don't care
at all. I just didn't understand
it. Jack, somebody.
I got it. I kind of felt like they could have honestly. I mean, but I know they had to set it up. They had to set it up. So
I know they're setting us up for it, but they still could have kept this.
Yeah, they could have kept it 100%.
Yeah, they could have deleted this scene altogether. But so we got D-Mac at Genesis up in Marshall's crib, which is still beyond me that D-Mac ain't got his own crib now after all the licks he been pulling.
And Marshall don't stay there no more. It's been like 2 weeks.
And Genesis is upset about her getting she wasn't able to get into college, right?
No, she didn't get full financial aid.
Okay, that's what it was. And
she needed more money.
Yeah, she needed more money, and D-Mac is
trying
to.
That's the only reason why she pulled her panties down. Needed more money.
Needed more money. D-Mac, of course, sweet talks her, and he's just like, "Don't worry about it. We're gonna make sure, we're gonna get the funding for you so that you could go." Because she was trying to go to Spelman. I think it was. Yeah, she's trying to go to Spelman, and doing this conversation, of course, Genesis gets mad, and because she's thinking like D-Mac is not really listening to her or caring about how she's feeling about not getting that full whatchamacallit. And then D-Max gets a text from Tommy that tells him time to earn your keep with CBI, which I knew right then and there. I was like, okay, I kind of feel like I know where this is going. And D-Mac goes and hides the piece at I don't even what someone in the comments could tell me what was the character's name that he hid the strap at.
God,
I know it was somebody that worked for Ortega.
Their last name was Ortega too, I thought.
Oh, you know what? I know who it is now. This is the one that Tommy didn't unalive when he unalived the uncle.
Yes, there you go. Yes, it was the cousin. It was the cousin. Yes, it was the cousin.
I was clicking. I was trying to figure out two things for this whole situation. One, how in the world did D-Mac even get in your crib?
And how did he get into yes.
And then two, like, you sit in the crib like that, no blinds, no nothing, no curtains, just wide open, just TV on, anybody can. And then you come outside and you didn't even really like check the perimeter. Like I said, I got it, but it was just
given what had happened to the uncle and how they were able to just roll up in his spot and throw him out the window. You would think that his security would be beefed up right now.
Yep.
That he would have some security on there, but again, it's a plot device leading us to what we already know was going to happen.
Yep.
See, that's why I said last night, a lot of these plot devices, they're okay when you can't figure out what's going to happen next in the story. They're not okay when you know exactly what they're for. You know exactly what they're meant for. This was a plot device meant for us to know that at the end of the episode, this guy's going to get arrested for Claudia's unaliving. That's all that was setting us up for. Yeah. This whole situation with Madam Webb, Jenard, bad mistake.
I knew it as she did that. I was like, oh yeah. I was like, y'all don't even know what y'all getting into right now.
You have no idea what you get into. And this lady is sitting here taking dismembered body parts and disposing of them in acid. We on some whole nother level of crazy.
Yeah. And damn, y'all was right. I'm just not realizing Manny was there because she right there in the picture.
Gabriel, yeah, because what's her name? Because she had said something, and then Manny stood there, corrected it. She put her head down, almost like bowing down to her, like excuse me, Madam Wu, or whatever she said.
Yeah, her name Madam Wu, but I'm calling her Madam Webb. Cause that lady is crazy. She's sitting here taking dismembered body parts, disposing of them in acid, and I think that she questioned why they wanted to do business with her.
Mm-hmm.
And she also let them know the risks that are associated with doing business with her too. I feel like you had an opportunity to back up out of this. Jenard sitting there looking shaky and scary as usual.
Yep.
Which tells me that's why it's not going to end well for him or CBI. It's not going to end well because Jenard right here. Oh yeah, she did ask Manny to vouch for Diamond.
Yeah.
And that's when Diamond was like, I don't have anyone to vouch for me. My work vouches for me, whatever the case may be. But I feel like y'all running too many running too many side missions right now. Mm-hmm. They're gonna start to conflict with each other. Yep.
They're gonna crumble for sure.
Yep.
Be real nah, because I think at this point, Jenard probably would have used that information right here to tell her.
Yep.
So I don't think they're gonna find out.
Yep. But that doesn't mean she's not gonna find out because I don't know. Who is she putting in the acid? Was it the guy that went to the game and put the brick up?
Yep.
Or was it one of the security guards from? I thought it was the guy that went to the game and put the brick up for.
I thought that's what she said. Maybe it was a security guard, but I thought it was him. I thought
that's what I thought it was too. The one that lost the brick.
Yep.
Man, you ain't have to do what's his name like this.
Big Smurf.
Yeah, you ain't have to do Big Smurf like this. Big Smurf said they back at the spot, and Diamond is drinking and thinking, and Jenard trying to gas his head up to what they've signed themselves up for. And Big Smurf said, that was a good play or whatever, but I don't think we should have did it without Tommy, or I don't think we should have did it without Tommy's blessings, or I think we should have let Tommy know what was going on. Don't matter what he said. The fact that he mentioned Tommy's name and asking for permission set Diamond completely the fuck off.
I thought it was more so Jenard. Like, because right after he said that, he was like, what you Tommy little bitch boy or something like that. And then that's when
Jenard instigated that. I feel
like he instigated it, but it was based off of the comment that he made about I think we should have not done this without Tommy. That's what started the whole instigation.
Yeah. Because matter of fact, you right, because he said he tired of Big Smurf questioning him.
Yeah.
Because Big Smurf questioned him. Well, although we didn't see it on camera, but we can tell that he questioned him about last week with the Yardies.
Bring
them to the coalition.
And Diamond beat him up.
Yeah.
And rough him up. And I feel like that was a bad move right there, Diamond. Because when you start throwing the workers around and beating on the workers and mistreating the workers, guess what they're going to do? They're going to turn against you.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Smurf definitely gonna be riding with Tommy now. I won't be surprised next episode we see him telling Tommy exactly what he did.
Yep. So is this where Miguel tells his sister
Cruz?
Yeah.
Cruz. That Egan gave him the money to get him out. Because remember they were talking about the hit going down tonight, and Cruz was asking him, "Do we still want to go through it with it?" Because he gave you the money. He was like, "Yep." He was like, "Hell yeah, he got to go."
Yep, he got to go.
They could have combined this into one scene. We didn't need. She left because in the last scene she got mad when she told Darnell, D-Mac, that he needed to concentrate on his school studies and he needed to get a diploma and that he didn't have to do the street shit, that he could really have a chance at a normal life. And I guess because he didn't agree to it or didn't react in the manner in which she wanted him to, she storms off and says she's leaving. Well, now she's came back with no panties on, and she remembered quickly before she got to the house that I need to trick up this money real quick for the rest of my tuition. I feel like that's all the reason why she came back over there. I feel like she's playing them.
I mean, she could be, but she also in this scene, because she apologized for how she was feeling earlier. for her running off,
did.
and then also the whole fact that like she told him like she's genuinely interested in him because he thought he was like really like it took. I think he didn't really think that she was, and I think that's like I think it's kind of maybe it's probably a bit of both. It's probably a bit of both. Like she was like, I could probably use him to get some money, but I think she also like she has a genuine care for him that she wants to try to get him out of the streets, which we know that ain't happening at all. I think it's just in the Power universe. So every time somebody gets a love interest, then that person wants them to get out of the streets because we saw that with Diamond and his love interest and stuff. So I think it's just more of a plot device in the Power universe. That every time
our next crystal waiting to happen. She's definitely collateral damage. So they do what they needed to do. And and I feel like I don't know, I feel like something could happen to her, but it's a rinse and repeat if it does. I don't know what's going to happen to her other than maybe she'll take the money and run off to go to Spellman or something like that, or maybe I don't know. I don't know. We might see her around later on. Vic and his crew meant what they said and said what they meant when they came in there and told Peter them that they wanted their shit back. And so since they weren't moving fast enough, they came in and moved them on up out of there. They came in there and sprayed up the place. I feel like, at this point, you should have put all of them down. That's why I feel like Vic was he didn't do what he needed to do. Vic should have put all of them down. Okay. If I would have let anybody walk, I would have let the uncle walk who teeth he broke. I would have let the little old man walk, but all the rest of them, I would have put all of them down.
Okay, yeah, because I was gonna ask the question because I didn't understand the scene. I was like, okay, y'all coming back to hit the bar. He knows y'all, so what you got the mask on for?
Yeah, he knows y'all.
Like, I could see if you went in there and just eliminated everybody. Nobody knows it was y'all or whatever. Then you start talking and he knows it's you. So what was the point? Now you about to be in an all-out war
with the Albanians.
With the Albanians.
Yep. Man, Stacy, go on to the house. Go home. Go home. Go on to the house. Ain't nothing for you. You can sit there, look at that laptop all night long till the sun come up. Ain't nothing gonna change for you, Ma. Go home. She get a text from Pageant Inc. saying we're good to go, which means that she already knew that the weapon was getting ready to be planted.
Yep.
And that I don't think that she played that well, because in order for her to get a warrant for Gabriel's place, she would have had to go before a judge, and she would have had to reveal her source of where her tip came from. But when the task force comes in, she says she's got an anonymous tip on Claudia's unaliver, and they need to move quickly to secure that person. So they have now got another Ortega into custody, and this may be how she ends up winning her case. Maybe, I don't know. They get to the place, and of all places for a weapon to be at, the refrigerator.
That's the same thing I was thinking.
The refrigerator,
bro. Really? I was like, don't nobody in there find that weird that he kept it in the refrigerator?
I wouldn't open it in the refrigerator too. It didn't even like hugged in between the door or something like that in a little hidden compartment. It was just out in the open refrigerator behind the oranges. Type of shit.
Poor Gabriel. Gabriel is roped up on some charges, some trumped up charges. Then he don't even know what's going on, and he's taken away. And this exchange right here is what you're talking about, Fresh. This is what you're looking for. Singh realizes, I'm gonna tell you what I interpreted it as. Singh realizes that Stacy is dirty, and I felt like Stacy realizes that Singh is dirty.
So
that's what the acknowledgement was for me.
Okay, so I got that too, but I also felt like when he looked at, I felt like Stacy realized that like he's into something, but then I also took it as that Singh is now realizing like, yo, I'm gonna have to get her out of the way because I'm about to get unalive. because now this is the second person from the Ortega, you know what I'm saying? That's part of the whole cartel, and now like my life is in jeopardy.
Oh yeah, he's definitely in jeopardy because remember he didn't know who they were rolling up on.
Yep.
He didn't know who they were going to pick up, and so when he got there, he was shocked to find out that it was another Ortega. And two, you're right, he's going to now have to answer for how did you let this happen?
Yep.
So you could be right. That could be some acknowledgement that Stacy's a problem, or I feel like he felt like, okay, Stacy got to be working with Tommy to set them up.
Because remember, his girl told him in the previous episode, "You're not gonna tell Chan about this."
Yeah,
like,
and he did it,
and he didn't,
and he did.
So I think now, so it's like now, I think now he feeling that heat.
Yep, he gonna feel that heat. Next episode might be his unaliving.
I can see it.
Next episode might be his unaliving right there. That might seal his fate right there.
I guess Jenard just thought like, I can just buy her a chain and she'll stop being mad.
And she let him know that no, we not good.
Nope.
I'm over them both.
I am too. I really am. She pretty much tells him though here in this scene that it's gonna take more than a chain for me to get over this. Like, one, we had a plan, we were supposed to be in this together. You're moving sideways without me, and that ain't cool. And she pretty much tells him to beat it. Like, I ain't seen it for you no more. And to me, when she took that chain off and she put it on the table, to me, that was her goodbye.
Yep. Like, she ain't rocking with Jenard no more.
Yeah, she ain't rocking with him no more. She's done with him.
And that, like I said, like I've been saying since a couple episodes, I think he gonna be the one to take her out.
I've been saying this too. I'm so glad Stacy finally started giving Singh the side eye. Like, she should have been giving him the side eye. Like, yeah, I feel like she picked up on something too, on his reaction.
I also thought Delgado, when she found the weapon, her face too looked surprised. Like it was in the refrigerator. Like, I found it this quick.
You know what? She may be the one to question the chain of custody of the weapon and all that stuff. She's gonna be like how it was when they were trying to plant that gun on Ghost back in Power.
Yep.
She's gonna be that one that she's gonna be like, something ain't right about this. Yep. So yeah, it's bye-bye Showstopper and Jenard. I thought this dinner, we actually had a pretty decent dinner for a change in the Power universe. We didn't have no drama.
Yeah, because we know dinner scenes in the Power universe ain't good.
Right. Dinner scenes are not good in the Power universe. They waste all that good food.
Especially at the Tejadas.
So at this opportunity, the dinner is going well, but not going so well because ain't nobody talking. They just sitting there eating and whatever. And finally, Mireya looks to them both and be like, I'm with child. Y'all gonna be a family. Miguel, if you want to be in this child's life, I need you to make peace with Tommy. Tom, I need you to make peace with my brother, blah, blah, blah. And he's a little shocked, but at the same time, family is important to Miguel.
Mm-hmm.
So that did something to him when he realized that his sister was pregnant and with Tommy. And of course, she's not gonna want anything to happen to her baby daddy, and she don't want nothing to happen to her child's uncle. At this point, Miguel nervous. He started getting nervous because he knew that Tommy was going to be leaving at 9:45 to go do a pickup, and he kept looking at his phone. And I don't see why neither one of them peeped that he kept looking at his phone, because I would have asked, bro, you all right? You keep looking at your phone. You got to be somewhere? Something going on? Like,
I didn't even take it as he got nervous. I took it as like now he's trying to make a decision. Because he kept looking at it.
Come up with a decision.
Yeah, he tried to come up with a decision.
He was a little nervous about it too.
I mean, he probably was, but I think it was just also like, should I just let Tommy go ahead and meet his fate, or am I about to screw over Ortega? Because he kept looking at the phone, and then finally he broke down. Was like, "Nah, Tommy, stay a little bit." And that's what I was like. Now that part I didn't see coming.
I didn't either. When he was like, "Stay for some dessert," I was really shocked that he actually did the right thing. I guess you could say he did the right thing. So we had already knew that it was a hitter outside ready to take out Tommy. And when he saw that Big Smurf, wasn't it Big Smurf that showed up for
Nah, that's Bones.
Bones, yeah, Bones, I meant. Bones showed up for the work. He calls Ortega, let Ortega know that Miguel had let him down, that there was no Egan. And then they're sitting there having dessert, and they're just sitting there enjoying themselves, having a good old time.
And boom.
When Miguel gets the purple flower.
Yep.
And we know that is a message that he will be unalive.
I don't know.
And I think he's going to get unalive. Originally, I thought he was going to get locked up. Now, I think he's going to sacrifice himself for Tommy and Mireya.
I can see that. But also, we do know he's still going to go to war with them.
Well, we know just based off of our interview with him that after episode 8, he's done for. Or his character is done for the season, I would assume, because there's no mention of anything in episode 9 or 10. And with 9 being a false finale, 10 is probably going to be a fast forward into what's going to happen, what's next to come for Legacy.
Yeah.
Whatever happens to Miguel's character happens in episode 8. It's either he gets unalive or he ends up taking a shot for Tommy.
Well, we do one thing that we do know that you've been screaming all season. We do know that they team up at a certain point. So
yeah,
we definitely know that they team up. So the question is why, but we know that they team up for sure. I'm starting to think now is to go up against the
CBI.
I'm starting to think it's to go up against Ortega and the cartel.
You know, that's what I've been saying. Originally, I thought that it was going to be them teaming up at this scene right here. I thought this was going to be the reason why they teamed up, was because I felt like Miguel, and he should have. I think Miguel should have told Tommy right here and there that what was getting ready to happen or what was supposed to happen. And so I think that's what's going to force the team up. But could be against the because now the cartel's after both of them now.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean that would make it good sense. All right, so that's this week's episode. Let's see what's going to happen in episode 7. They say episode 7 is supposed to be a banger, y'all. It's supposed to be a banger. Man, leave this lady alone. She can't do nothing for you. Leave her alone. She can't do nothing for you. She done. She through. Tommy is still in this scene right here. He's still trying to manipulate Stacy and reminding her of the dirt that he has on her and pretty much every case he get coming to her. So basically, he's expecting her to wipe all his cases away.
Yep.
I don't know what's happening right here.
Oh, so this is when Tommy and Vic meet up. I feel like it went so fast. I'm gonna have to go do some research.
With the Albanians?
Nah, I think it's one of his people. I think it's Connor or one of the people. So here's my theory, and it is probably gonna be like far-fetched or whatever. I'm thinking that Tommy's gonna find out about the whole entire thing that happened at the bar.
Yep.
And Vic is gonna be like, he gonna do something, be like, nah, it wasn't me. It was probably
that's why he probably had the mask on.
Yep, it was some of the old Flint people, etc., whatever. I'm gonna find out, and then this person, he goes and unalive Connor just to take him out, and shows Tommy like, I told you I'm still good. I handled the job. This is who hit the bar, so that he's still in good with Tommy, and then he's going to tell, I forgot the other guy, that Tommy was the one who unalived Connor or whoever that is. But I think that's one of the people that hit the spot with him.
Okay. Hey, Drew, baby, thank you so much for the 989 super sticker. We appreciate that.
Much appreciated, for sure.
Very much appreciated. These two trying to get in cahoots with each other. Dumb and dumb.
I think he's gonna try to have Vic be the one moving the fentanyl. Possibly try to have him I don't know, maybe like through the clubs, or he gonna get him with some idea like, yo, this is how we could take Tommy off the board. We've been doing business together for X amount of years before Tommy come in. This is so we can do this now. We got this new product. We got this fentanyl. Let's do this, and we can, just wipe Tommy straight off the board. See, because right here, Vic is unaliving someone, and he has a silencer.
Okay.
So I kind of think it's that person that was in the trunk.
Okay.
Because it kind of looks like that might be his. It might be the penthouse.
I thought it was at the penthouse too. I was a little confused too.
So I'm not sure exactly, but he unaliving somebody in here. So,
and see, Dexter, that's what I was worried about earlier. Like, how are you going to move both product at the same time unless they're going to use the fentanyl to cut up Chase product and stretch it some more?
I mean, they could, but it might not cross like since what Shay is giving.
Remember, she was saying how many times you could step on it and make money off of it over and over again. So I'm assuming. Yeah, I don't understand that. You might be right too. Jenard may be looking for Vic to try to move the fentanyl.
Yeah. So that their hands not on it. So like it don't come back on them that they move in the whatchamacallit.
Is this Jenard feeding Diamond more?
Nah, this is right here where they tell Tommy that he's like voted out of the coalition. I want to see how he was able to even get everybody in there to vote him out. Because he said right there, it came to, matter of fact, I think they haven't told Tommy yet. I think he had a meeting because he tells Jenard it became a unanimous decision.
I think they might find out that he gave Miguel that money.
You know what? Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
They may find out that Tommy gave Miguel that money.
And then that's what's going to push them to be like, oh yeah, we got to get him out.
He's got to go because remember, that was Diamond's concern to begin with. Remember he asked Tommy back in episode 1 that you being with Miguel's sister, is this going to be a problem for our business?
Yep.
So I think that's where Diamond going to draw the line at. And that's why I feel like this could be a team up. I think it's a team up against everybody. Could be a team up against the cartel. Mm-hmm. I think Miguel's letting his people know that they are on high alert. The cartel's coming after them or whatever. And I don't know if he announces his alliance with Tommy or not, but I definitely think that he's preparing his workers for impending danger from the cartel.
Yeah, he definitely tells them that.
Who this getting ready to get stuck?
This is who I'm trying to. So that was Titus with the knife. The question is, I'm trying to figure out is exactly who is it that he's about to get stuck up. This right here is Shanti taking, which I think is none other than Jenard's landlord.
No, this is when, I saw this in the other trailer, the season trailer, where which goes back to, I think this was their goodbye in this episode right here. When she put that chain down, she's done with him. Because this the scene where she tears up his car.
Yeah, she takes it back to the window and starts throwing Angela Bassett on it. So, yeah.
And it could be that she too also finds out, maybe through Manny, that Jenard has entered a deal with Madame Wu for this fentanyl too. And that just further angers her that Jenard is out here doing all this work, all these sideline deals, and not including her in it.
Yep. I can definitely see that for sure.
Man, please let it be his last episode.
I forgot what he's telling
whatever it is, it's a lie.
Yeah. I forgot what he's telling Stacy Marks right. I forgot what he was telling her right there.
A lie.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch it again because they go back and forth about it. I just can't remember what it was now.
A lie. Whatever it is, it ain't the truth. And I think that she gonna call him on. I think she gonna play a little bit, but I think she gonna tip her hand before the end of the episode. I think she's gonna tip her hand and let her know that oh shit, he might end up taking Stacy out. remember, we have yet to see that scene of Bobby DeFranco that they showed in the season trailer of him in a warehouse standing over a body.
That's
We've yet
true.
to see that scene.
Yeah.
Could that body be her?
It could be, but I don't know if maybe I don't think it'll be. Maybe Sang is going to set it up though. I don't think he'll be the one to actually unalive.
Yeah, he might set it up.
Yeah.
He might set it up to get rid of her because remember, he's already keep self-proclaiming that he's next in line.
Yep.
If so, maybe she calls him out. Maybe she calls him out. She puts the pieces together, and he has her eliminated, or he eliminates her himself. We'll see about that. And then we have the big showdown between Tommy, Jenard, and Diamond.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked like Tommy gonna get them hands put on him. Man, they threw Tommy all around that basement.
Yeah, I think here is where they probably tell him like he got voted out.
Yep.
And then him and Diamond start to fight, and I'm sure Tommy probably got a few hits in, but Diamond done threw that man through a table like WWE. So
yep, he threw
and everything, and D-Mac and Marshall hold him back
or hold him up.
Could be, but
they look like they finna tote him out. Is what they finna tote him out, and I feel like that's when Diamond gonna put all of them out of CBI. Not only just Tommy, but D-Mac and Marshall too go with him, and Big Smurf too. All of them probably gonna get put out of CBI at this point. Yep. All right, so that is this week's episode and our predictions for what's going to happen next week. Y'all make sure y'all come back tomorrow, check out our predictions, and see what happens on this upcoming week's episode. As always, we kind of judge our predictions based off of the writing. We judge our predictions based off of the episode photos that Stars drops. Yep. So we'll see what's going to happen this week, but I hope that episode 7 is going to be a banger. Do you feel like we lose a major character next week?
Nah, I'm thinking
it's episode 7. It's time for these folks to go, man. We ain't got but
it is time for these folks to go.
These folks to go.
I think just because what you said earlier when we had that meeting with Miguel, like in his character, I think 8 is probably where we about to start losing characters. Like we about to start losing. I mean, this next episode, we could see JP on alive, because we still have yet to see next episode. Also could see what's his name, Kilo getting out, because we still haven't seen the scene when he's out yet.
That could be episode 8.
Somebody's got to go.
We got to get some get back, because Kilo ain't done with this situation. You're right. So that's still lingering out there.
And now go ahead.
That's still lingering out there. You got the situation with the cartel that's still lingering out there. So yeah, you got a lot of open-ended stuff right out here. But I think I read somewhere too that this season was going to end with not all the storylines closed out. But I think that King Kilo, I think we're gonna see that. I think there's something else left there to see.
And definitely, I'm thinking, you know what? You might be right. I'm thinking 8, because now that Tommy is out of CBI, I think now probably that's where Jenard and all of them, they ain't gonna care no more. So they just gonna get whoever they could get and
get that D-Mac.
Yep. And get that D-Mac, and then that's how we end up losing JP.
Yep. We'll see.
I can definitely see it.
Somebody said that the funeral scene was for Miguel. I don't know about that.
Nah, because it makes no sense for Genesis and D-Mac to be there.
Right, it's JP.
Yeah, it would have.
And remember, what other reason would there be at this point in the story? What other reason would there be for Kate to come back?
Yep,
if it wasn't D-Mac.
Yep, and and we saw the scene in the trailer where she tells Tommy, because I think Tommy asked, like, what do you want me to do? And she was like, make him suffer.
Yep, make him suffer. Yep.
Yep.
Okay. All right, Jack. If you still here with us, you got anything?
Well, weird. I think he having internet issues.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see his message now. And last week it was me.
Yeah.
All right, fam. Well, we will be back next week to talk about episode 7. Is a banger. And then of course, y'all make sure y'all look for our video on tomorrow when Stars drop the pictures. Watch, because episode 7 gonna be a banger. They're gonna make us starve for these pictures.
Yeah, they probably won't wait. We probably ain't gonna get them tomorrow. Probably ain't gonna get them to like Wednesday. Yeah, we probably ain't gonna get them to like Wednesday for sure.
I don't know. They might drop them tomorrow. It's hard to say with Stars these days. You never know. They've been fumbling the ball a lot. All right, fam. We out. We'll see y'all next week.
See y'all next week for sure.
Peace.
Peace.